You were stabbed to death by the Empress, but before you died, you pushed against the blade and kissed her on the lips. As your consciousness faded, you felt smug, thinking you'd finally had your revenge. Even in death, you'd shattered her composure. When you opened your eyes again, the system sighed in your ear. Host, I've truly given up. 9 lifetimes of reincarnation, you've been killed 8 times, and you've completely drained my core energy. You didn't respond, standing up to scan your surroundings before asking, what time is it now? Host, it has been over 10,000 years since your battle with the Frost Empress. What? It used to be only 1,000 years at most. Why so long this time? Think about it, what was your cultivation level in your 8th life? Feeling drained, you scratched your head, realizing the system had a point. You had spent thousands of years just surviving in your 8th life, barely making it to the Earth realm with the system's help. Suddenly, your confidence surged as you recalled your past lives, being stabbed for accidentally seeing Jiang Hengxi bathing, getting decapitated by her stray sword, and being blown up by the shockwave of her lightning tribulation. These memories filled you with rage. She had killed you 8 times and you swore to get even. So, in a fit of impulse, you ran to her palace and started bombarding it. But as a rookie who had just broken through, how could you beat the long-established Jiang Hengxi? Seeing you couldn't win or escape, you endured the pain of the sword piercing your heart, stepped toward her and used your remaining strength to give her a fierce kiss. So is she dead now? Even if she isn't, her state of mind must be shattered. Heaven help me, I hope she's dead. Wait, let me scan the Great Thousand World. Great news, host. There's only one great emperor left in the world. And it's not Jiang Hengxi. Ha ha ha, she's finally dead. Hearing this, you burst into tears of joy and jumped up shouting, hey yo ho ho! 2.5 minutes later, you climbed a tree despite your back pain and began practicing the Earth grade technique from your previous life. Chaos Tyrant Body. After a few hours, you finally broke through to the 3rd level of body tempering. Suddenly, the system issued a quest. Leave the Southern Ridge to receive a low-grade spirit pill. So this place is called the Southern Ridge. You'd never heard of it. Seeing it was getting late, you decided to find a cave to stay in. But after searching the Southern Ridge over and over, you found no cave, only a village. Seeing the deserted village, you frowned and walked toward the center. You discovered a willow tree with a hint of divinity, likely the village's guardian spirit. Just as you were about to leave, the willow suddenly reached out a branch, slowly lowering it in front of you. The next second, a surge of pure spiritual energy rushed toward you. Feeling delighted, you immediately began to channel your cultivation technique. Body tempering level 4, 5, 6, your cultivation soared all the way to level 9 before finally coming to a halt. After stabilizing your realm, you stood up, cupped your hands in a bow, and asked respectfully, thank you. May I ask what you need? Hearing this, the willow tree slowly extended a branch and wrote on the ground, I hope you can help the villagers by finding them some food. Looking at the words on the ground, you scratched your head in confusion, but agreed nonetheless. Hey young man, what did the willow deity say to you? You turned around to see a thin, elderly man walking towards you. After a brief conversation, you learned that the village hunting party had met with disaster a few days ago. Only one person returned, and he was still unconscious from his severe injuries, leaving the village with no food reserves. Village Chief Mori sighed and continued, young man, you don't have to listen to the willow deity and find food for us. Don't put yourself in danger. Just find your way out tomorrow morning. With that, Chief Mori waved his hand and turned to leave, his hunched back looking rather desolate. Are the people in this village really this simple and kind? The next day, you went outside the village to hunt. It must be said, the beasts and monsters here were truly hard to find. After working for half a day, you barely managed to catch 2 rabbits, 1 bird, and some eggs. By now, the sun was high in the sky. You sat on the ground, tied up the rabbits and the bird, and tucked the eggs into the rabbit's fur. Once packed, you prepared to get up and continue hunting. But the next second, a circular portal slowly materialized in front of you. You watched it with caution, retreating behind a tree, just as a fair, long leg slowly stepped out from the portal. But when your gaze shifted to the girl's face, you were stunned and immediately turned to run. Damn system, didn't she die? Host, wait! Wait for what? She has no cultivation now. It's the perfect time to kill her, get it? Hey, wait, what did you say? Ha ha ha, I'm back! Hearing the commotion, Jiang Hengxi shouted, who's there? Seeing this, you used a flash step to dodge the sword energy and immediately appeared behind her. No way, ha 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 ha, you've finally fallen into my hands. Damn system, come out, why is she still alive? She's recultivating. I suspect that kiss of yours caused too much damage to her body and Dao heart. She's severely traumatized. Looks like it's time for you to die, you said, picking up the trembling cold sword from the ground and stabbing it toward Jiang Hengxi's heart. The sword pierced her chest, but once it broke the skin, it couldn't go any deeper. Fine, I should have known. Even if her cultivation is gone, she's still a great emperor who's recultivating. She must have plenty of treasures on her. Frustrated, you tossed the sword aside. Since I can't kill you, I'll just deal with you another way. You're already suffering from severe trauma, right? This time, I'll make it even worse. With that, you tied Jiang Hengxi up and hoisted her onto your back. By evening, you returned to the village, carrying Jiang Hengxi in one hand and a beast that looked like a mix of a tiger and a lion in the other. Upon hearing the news, the village chief and the villagers hurried over. Young man, you actually went? Our whole village is so grateful to you. As he knelt down, you quickly pulled him up and said, no need for thanks. Can someone give me a room? I have some business to attend to. A moment later, you followed the chief to an empty house, tossed Jiang Hengxi onto the bed, and couldn't hide the expression on your face. Since I can't kill you, I guess I'll just have to have my way with you. But then you think, if I use my own handsome face, wouldn't that be doing Jiang Hengxi a favor? So, you disguise yourself with an incredibly ugly face and, with a silly grin, rip the blindfold off Jiang Hengxi. Little beauty, you're done for. But the next second, you see Jiang Hengxi glaring at you with pure vigilance. You dare? I sure do. Why wouldn't I? I'm going to have my way with you today. What are you going to do about it? Walluo, you lean your face in, but just as you're about to kiss her lips, you dodge to the side. Sure enough, a cold needle shoots out from Jiang Hengxi's mouth, thudding into the wall. That sends a chill down your spine. You almost got killed by her again. Seeing this, you scramble to your feet and dash away using your movement technique. You run all the way to the edge of the blue barrier, only to find you can't get out. You duck into a house, change your clothes, shift your face back to normal, and walk out acting like nothing happened. You're betting that Zhang Hengxi has forgotten your appearance from previous lives, since you stayed disguised for your longest lives, the 7th and 8th. Suddenly, a cold sword aura erupts from the house. Thief, come out and face your death! You see Zhang Hengxi standing in the ruins, scanning the villagers with cold eyes, but none of them are who she's looking for. But when her gaze lands on you, she pauses. Why does this person look so familiar? You feel incredibly guilty, but you puff out your chest, meet her eyes for a second, and quickly look down. Seeing you acting just like the other villagers, Zhang Hengxi dismisses her suspicions. Have you seen a fairy-like lady? Are you looking for someone with a face like a squash? You volunteer, stepping forward. Yes, exactly. Have you seen him? He ran out that way. You point toward the outside of the blue barrier. I will kill him, Zhang Hengxi mutters to herself, but she has to let it go for now, because even if she leaves, she might not find him. She then finds a spot to sit cross-legged and begins practicing the Emperor weapon art. This is her most regrettable technique. She only had a fragment before, and by the time she found the last piece, she had already ascended to Emperor status. Recultivating is costly. Not only is her cultivation gone, but she's lost many of her artifacts and resources too. Now she only has 3 magical items and her life-bound weapon left, along with some scattered clothes and pills. Watching Zhang Hengxi cultivate, you start to panic. Damn system, what do? Am I going to die again in this life? Host, why don't you take advantage of her low cultivation and try to win her over? What? Win her over? How? She's such a block of ice, I'd probably freeze to death just trying. Well, there's no other choice. You two seem like a match made in heaven. You've died 8 times already. Why not try winning her over for once? Listening to the system, you start to think it over. Is she beautiful? Yes, you've already seen her body. Do you like her? Yes, her hands are soft, aren't they? Very. So, are you going for it? Yes. Body tempering stage 6 achieved. A faint chill swirls around Zhang Hengxi before seeping into his body and vanishing. I'll hunt some spirit beasts tomorrow and give them some meat. They'll probably agree to roast it for me. You walk up to him with a skewer of beast meat. Dummy. Oh wait, hey, don't be shy. Wallowo, you grab her soft hand and press the skewer of meat into her palm. Zhang Hengxi tries to pull away forcefully, but just as she exerts effort, she finds you've already let go. Thanks. Hey, we're all friends here, I say, then turn and walk away. Zhang Hengxi glances at your back, then at the meat in her hand, and finally takes a small bite. At nightfall, the village chief finds you another room to rest in. Thank you, chief. Oh, don't mention it, we should be thanking you. By the way, who is that girl? It's nothing, I found her and I'll get her settled in a moment. Hearing this, the chief gives you a strange look. No wonder you wanted a room, but it seems you didn't get anywhere. Haha, chief, you should head back now. After the chief leaves, you walk over to Zhang Hengxi and say calmly, are you sleeping here? Seeing she ignores you, you carefully step back a bit and say, go sleep in my room. Sure enough, the next second, Zhang Hengxi snaps her deep eyes open and glares at you.